Good morning. I am John. Today is Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. And my voice still sounds like that. This is my daily vlog and kind of stand-up documenting my progress of trying to make content creation a full-time gig since I was laid off back in November of last year. And today is a little better than yesterday. We'll start with a voice update. Yes, I still sound weird. I feel 5% better or so. The throat is not as scratchy, but clearly my voice box is not yet swollen or whatever it gets when it's like this. It's still not back to normal at all. I think it was Butter Spider who said in a comment on yesterday's video, "Quick, get out there and audition for that Darth Vader voice role," right? And not too bad. I kind of could, like, "Your lack of faith disturbs me," or "Luke, I am your father. This is CNN." Yeah, I don't think I would get it. I don't think I would. So, and if I got the job, I'd have to get sick to play the role later. So, deal's off. Sorry. So yesterday, since my voice and body were all kind of fighting me, what I did was, since I couldn't record anything, I still can't record anything right now, I took advantage of yesterday to edit the podcast for Thursday. That's normally something we do on Tuesday on Twitch, which I've canceled for today because I took care of that yesterday in hopes that it'd be better today. But that didn't happen, so we'll talk about today in a second. But I was able to get the podcast all completed. I was able to work on the video portion of the podcast and create a couple of shorts already for the podcast, using the video from it to help promote and distribute for the pod. So that was a productive day, even though it was a shorter day. But I ended up working late anyway. I was working at 8 or 9 still, just because views were really down Monday, yesterday. And even though I know I had nothing to do with it and I couldn't help it, I felt guilty that I wasn't working and recording something when the views were down. As if doing that would have changed anything. But still, in my mind, I'm like, oh, they can tell I'm sick and they're not watching other stuff. It's irrational. But when you watch those stats daily, and other content creators and friends I know, like MC Murr or Greg, who watch this periodically, you'll know what I mean. You watch those stats and you take it personally, like, oh, they don't like me all of a sudden. It's irrational, there are ebbs and flows, but that's how it goes. So status, I vacillate back and forth between believing it's possible and not possible to hit 19,000 subscribers by the end of January. I think we have just about a week left is all. But only need about 150. We're at like 18,850 or so, or close to there. I'll put the number up in the corner and you can see it goes about 20 or so a day. Yesterday was light, because commensurate with the reduced views, subscribers were down. That's kind of how that happens. But I guess it's possible if we get on course to 20 a day. I think we could actually hit it. It's amazing. I can't believe it. And I saw someone. I have to call this out. I'm sorry I didn't jot down your name, but someone tagged us on Facebook who recommended this vlog to her friends on Facebook and just said, hey, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s and you're an old hippie like I am or something, you might enjoy this guy. I watch him a couple times a week. And thank you so much. I apologize, I forgot what your name was, but there's only one of you. You know who I'm talking about. That kind of recommendation to friends, that personal recommendation as to and why you liked it, that's so powerful. That's the viral nature of the internet. That's this invisible networking of all it takes is a few people recommending you to a few people, and that can catch like wildfire. When I see things like that, and I only see them if you tag me, which this kind lady did. It made my day yesterday to see that pop up, because especially when I was kind of down on the stats and I saw someone who I'd never met, who I'd never, I never talked to or begged to help distribute of her own volition, said to her friends, hey, check out this nerd, you might enjoy him. Thank you so much for that. I so much appreciate it. Let's talk about today then. So for today, I still can't, we'll see how the day goes. Sometimes this will when I've had this in the morning, it will fade over the day, and maybe I can record by the afternoon. I don't know. I'm not banking on that. But what I am banking on is the viability of those editorial pieces on the blow up video we had a couple of weeks ago. I did one last week. I picked one of the products. I did an editorial piece about, why people are down on it. Why are they down on it? Try to explain it away. That's still doing well. And so it's time to do another one of those. And so I have another one. I have the thumbnail done. I know what I'm going to talk about. I pick another one of those products and I'm going to cover. And I'll do some writing today on it for sure. So today I have to do stuff that I can do out of the studio. So I'll do some writing for that video, gather my facts, start laying out my editor timeline, ready for video. And then I'm going to work on editing some more shorts out of the podcast video because I know I can knock that out today and get that all done. With the hope that, if not this afternoon, tomorrow, my voice will be back to normal and I can shoot and get back into the swing of things. So, I did mention yesterday, I took a COVID test. No COVID. I knew it didn't feel like COVID, although with variants, you never know. So it's just throaty stuff. And I said I feel about the same. So, I guess the last little bit that I wanted to mention is that I would invite. Now, there are topics that I want to talk about. Some days I don't have topics necessarily that I want to talk about. So I thought I would open up the floor to those of you that watch regularly. If there are topics that you are curious about or interested in that I can cover just in my daily stand-ups, please feel free to drop them in the comments below these videos. And if I can answer, sometimes I can answer a comment directly in line, or sometimes there are comments that bear more discussion, and I might then select some of those to use as kind of subtopics for vlogs on subsequent days, and that way I know I'm talking about the facet of this adventure that you're most interested in. We're here together. You're helping me. If there's something that I can use to cater it to help you and make it more interesting for you, to repay you for your, sticking around with me, I'd be happy to do that. So just, drop stuff in the comments whenever you think of it, and if it comes along, I'll grab it, just like I took Butter Spider's Darth Vader and use it in this video. You never know what kind of thing is going to come along. Okay. I think I feel good today. I think I might get out. I think I had a lunch invite today. I'm excited to get out of the house because I didn't yesterday at all. I've got to stop by UPS and do some other stuff. So I think I'm good to get out a little bit today, finally. I want to thank you for stopping by and watching this vlog today. I appreciate that you did. If you're one of those kind people, one of those kind souls that are here every day, I love you. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this support group for me. It means the world. Please take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.